What is up, comic fans? Welcome back to the Legion of Comics. This week, I'm here not with the top 10, but with the top 5 picks for this coming week's new comic book day. We'll look at what books those are and talk about why there's only 5. If you want to know, don't go anywhere. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get into it. Shout out to the homies over at Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check them out on their webpage. Follow them on social media. They are always doing fantastic stuff. Super duper shop right there. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit up my friend Justin over on Instagram. Let him know you found him via the channel. He'll hook it up. And a huge shout out as always to ABX Comics and Games. That's where I'll be picking up all of these books. Fantastic shop. All these great folks that I shouted out all have links in the description. Hit them from time to time. Let them know they're there. Also, be sure to go check out cbcaawards.org. That's where Brian LCS, he hosts these awards as a great way of spotlighting community members and channels and stuff. It's a great way to find new channels. This channel here was nominated as a finalist in 5 different categories and like co-hosting on a bunch of other ones. So if you feel the need to, go over there, vote for some people. You don't have to vote for me, but vote for some people. Find some new channels, spread the love. It's definitely a great little thing he does. He has like a whole awards finale show that he does at the end of the year. It's definitely a good time. So let's get into it. These are the top 5 books, and there are only 5 because this week is being treated as a 5th new comic book day, pretty much. For those that don't know, on average, there's four new comic book days out of the month. Well, with DC and Marvel split and DC technically releasing on Tuesdays, this is the 5th Tuesday of the month. So it seems like it's really light on titles. I don't have any Marvel books on this list, which isn't necessarily unusual, but I tend to have maybe one, depending on the week, 2, 3 possibly. But this has one indie, and then we're looking at some major DC books that are dropping this week. So kicking it off first is the finale to Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons. This series has been phenomenal. It takes place back in the old pirate days in the Bermuda, whatever you want to call it, the Caribbean. But it's a great story of a pirate that's waiting to go to the gallows, and he's being interrogated to find out where the hidden gold is. And he's telling this fantastic story of running their ship up onto Monster Island, basically hiding the gold in a cave that's now being looked over by Big G himself. And it's really cool. It's fantastic. And Naki Miranda is on the art, and he is crushing it. And with this being the final issue, you should definitely, if you haven't already, think about picking up a collected volume, going back, chasing down these issues. This was amazing. Cannot wait to see how this plays out. Next up, we have Detective Comics. This was here last week. Now it's here again. What's going on with Detective Comics? Well, I'll tell you what's going on with it. We are starting a bi-monthly story arc here. So with the whole Organ family thing and taking over Gotham, looking like they done pulled it off with Batman completely infected by the Asmir potion, where he has now infested with a demon. It looks like the bad guys have won. He's waiting to be executed. What's going to happen? All of the Bat family is tied up with Gotham War stuff. So he has no help. What's it going to do? What's going to happen here? We don't know. We're going to find out, and they're going to be releasing this twice a month for this story arc. I don't know how long that's going to last. I feel like every now and then they push action to get it ahead of the curve, and now they're pushing detective to get the numbering ahead. But I'm excited for it. Ron V's been writing a phenomenal story. It's just really, really good. It's consistently awesome Batman. I say it all the time. If you want gimmicks, go to the main Batman title. If you want amazing, consistent, great Batman stories, go to Detective Comics. So I'm excited to see where they're going to go with this. This has been a total saga. Ron V is one of those writers that you can definitely trust it whenever his name is attached to it. Maybe not Venom. Next up, this is one that I'm massively excited for. I know not everybody is like big on the upcoming Aquaman, the Lost Kingdom movie. It seems to be like the internet's fad this year to just dump on everything before it comes out. I'm even guilty of it a lot of the times, but I'm really excited for this movie. The first Aquaman was fantastic. This one, same people are working on it. I don't know why it shouldn't be like at least good. And I always love when they do these movie tie-ins, these movie prequels. It adds so much context. It's a great way to get hyped up for the movie, a great way to get hyped up for the film. And I've been hyped up for it. I was hyped up for this. And then I found out Tim Seeley was writing it. Now, it's probably not even going to be good. I'm still excited to get the bit of story that's going to be in here to kind of bridge the gap between the two movies. I'm sorry, Tim Seeley fans. I'm just still waiting to find something that he writes that I enjoy. Maybe this will be it. I'll let you know. Remember, I do the new DC Day stream every Tuesday where we go through all the books that release, do giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff. I'll give you the heads up there. but I also want to spotlight, because I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of those movie photo variant cover collectors out there. I'm definitely one of them. We'll be getting Aquaman in the blue suit, the stealth suit, with this issue. Very excited for that. That stealth suit is fantastic. If you want to see some of that, check out my short feed. I've been dropping the Aquaman McFarlane shorts, toys short unboxings. That's it. The McFarlane toys shorts unboxing, something like that. It goes like that some way. But the stealth suit was one of the figures, and there's even a gold label chase one that's like half translucent. It was an exclusive for Target. I'm waiting on that one to show up. I'm really excited. I just unboxed Storm, man. Like that thing is huge. Look at these RoboCop figures are like 11-inch figures, and that thing's just towering above them. That's like a 13-inch statue, and it's almost up there with it, dude. Check those short feeds out. Those figures are fantastic. So I am excited about this. Big excited about the movie. Love the first one. Next up, we have the finale to Gotham War. Speaking of it, here it is. This has turned out to be pretty decent. It has some really good high marks to it, and the low points to this event are not that low at all, to be honest with you. It's been fun watching Batman dealing with the Zura-Nas subconscious and wondering what's really going to come of that. And most importantly of all, it was great to see them unify over a shared villain, and especially with it being Vandal Savage. That's one of those great old school JSA villains for me that I think is just awesome whenever he shows up, and the way that they've tied him into and connected him into like the Gotham lore with the meteorite that gave him his immortality being the same meteorite that birthed the Lazarus pits. Like, I thought that was clever. I like that little mission he's on to bring all the pieces back together because his immortality is fading. I like the twist that they had along Catwoman with the members of her army and everything, and just the way that we brought Catwoman, Batman, and Jason of all people together. I'm a Jason Todd fan first and foremost. When it comes to Batman's wards, he's always been the coolest, most interesting ward Batman's ever had. Definitely the worst Robin, though. So let's get into it. What is going to be book number 5 on this list? And are you ready? Should be no shocker to anyone. Return of Superman. And let's go with this cover first. Return of Superman 30th Anniversary Special. If you'll remember, about this time last year, we had the death of Superman 30th Anniversary. They did massive covers, massive oversized book, decent sized price tag on it, and it was a blast. Huge event, so much to be excited for. There was new stories in there. There was like some stories like playing to like the old stuff. There was some stuff in like modern times. There's just a great variety. They did a true job of paying homage and love to that story, which I absolutely love, the death of Superman story. And the best part is they get the gang back together again to do it. The original creative team working on the 4 Superman titles all come back to work on these, and this is no different. We're going to do it again for the Return of Superman, rightfully so. Like, and this is a huge moment in Superman comic book history that is still super relevant today. Still has his own title right now. We just had a Hank Henshaw storyline. Eradicator was just activated like 4 months ago for a storyline. Superboy has his own title. These characters are still around today, loved and fantastically done. So it's only right that we do this proper. So again, creative team is coming back to work on it. We'll have brand new stories in this right here. And we're going with all the gimmicks. We have the 1 in 25 incentive variant by Brad Walker right here, which super dope, super cool. Not the greatest, definitely cool that we have all the characters featured there. And then to top it off, we have a 1 in 50 by John Bogdanovan, which is awesome. The black suit Superman. Everyone loves black suit Superman. Long hair, don't care. Let's get it rocking. But what people most remember from that day are the fantastic die-cut covers. Everybody remembers when Superman died, they started introducing these 4 other mysterious characters. And are any of them going to take his place? Could one of them possibly be Superman himself? And we're doing that again. We're doing die-cut covers again. So we'll get the blue one, just like we did with the Cyborg Superman die-cut. John Jang is doing the art. So when you open it, you'll have a full page splash. I didn't want to ruin those here in this video in case people want to wait to open them for themselves and see. So I definitely saved that. We have Ben Oliver doing the Eradicator cover, and you can even see like the little energy dots. You can see where these are the same covers, but definitely in the modern style. Who's doing so? We have Dave Wilkins doing Steel, John Henry Irons. And then last but not least, we have Superboy with none other than Francis Manifold. So these are going to be a blast to collect. Look at the trade dress on it. Look at it. Just look at it. That is beautiful. And then That was Man of Steel, and they got the trade dress on there, Adventures of Superman, and dude, they just look fantastic. Every single one of them, they just look great. Cannot wait. This is going to be a blast. So I'm going to be picking all those up. Of course, I'm going to get extra. I'm going to tailor a very specific Legion loot giveaway for the channel members that month. I do have a channel member. You can hit that join button down below and support the channel. And if you join in the Legion tier, it gets you entered into a monthly prize that I give out to one lucky winner, just as a way of saying thank you for the support. And I did it with the Death of Superman. We're going to do it again. We're going to run it back for the Return of Superman. It's going to be a Superman tailor-made box. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to curate it. And I really appreciate everybody checking out the video. Now you see why there was only 5. There was a lot to cover with those 5. I hope everybody's excited about picking up at least some of those. If there is something that's coming out this week that you think that just should have been on this list, leave me a comment. Tell me what it was. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.